There are people on this planet who don't just own one supercar, they own entire museums of them, rooms where a single row of vehicles is worth more than a city block of real estate, garages where the rarest machines in automotive history sit wheel to wheel, breathing the same filtered air, waiting under perfect lighting for an owner who might visit once a month, or once a year. These aren't just hobbyists with money. These are collectors who have reshaped the market, driven up auction records, and in some cases, literally changed what cars are considered collectible. Today we're going inside the most extraordinary private car collections in the world, what they contain, what they're worth, and what they tell us about the obsession that builds them. The Sultan of Brunei. No conversation about extreme car collecting starts anywhere other than Brunei. Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah is estimated to own somewhere between 5,000 and 7,000 automobiles. That number sounds like a typo. It isn't. At the height of his collecting in the 1990s, the Sultan was reportedly spending over $4 million per week on cars. He commissioned one-of-a-kind vehicles from Rolls-Royce, Ferrari, and Bentley that simply do not exist in any other form on Earth. Ferrari built him custom one-off models. Bentley produced bespoke body configurations specifically for the royal family. Rolls-Royce created entirely unique variants of the Silver Spur and Silver Spirit, with interior specifications that took years to complete. His collection includes hundreds of McLaren F1s. Yes, hundreds. At a time when only 106 road cars were ever produced. He effectively bought a significant percentage of the entire production run of one of the most valuable cars ever made. The vehicles are stored in enormous palace garages and, reportedly in shipping containers stacked on palace grounds. Many have barely been driven. Some have never moved under their own power since delivery. The total estimated value of the collection sits somewhere between $5 and $10 billion, though nobody outside the palace walls knows the precise figure. What makes the Sultan's collection different from every other on this list is scale. This isn't curation. This is accumulation at a level that defies comprehension. Jay Leno. On the opposite end of the philosophy sits Jay Leno, a man who actually drives everything he owns. Leno's collection, housed in a 17,000 square foot facility he calls the Big Dog Garage in Burbank, California, contains around 180 cars and 160 motorcycles. But the number isn't the story. The story is what those cars are and what he does with them. He owns a 1906 Stanley Steamer. He owns a 1909 Baker Electric, one of the earliest electric vehicles ever made. He owns a 1994 McLaren F1, which he has driven on public roads, received a speeding ticket in, and taken to track days. He owns a Blastoline Special, a one-off custom built on a 1950s tank engine that produces over 1,200 horsepower. There are pre-war Duesenbergs, Bugatti Type 57s, a Chrysler turbine car, one of only 9 in existence, and a collection of rare steam-powered vehicles that most automotive museums in the world don't have. The difference between Leno and most collectors at this level is philosophy. He employs a full-time staff of mechanics, all of whom maintain every vehicle in running condition. Nothing sits broken, nothing sits neglected. He documents the cars on his YouTube channel, explaining their mechanical history in precise technical detail. His collection is estimated at somewhere between $100 and $400 million. But valuation almost misses the point. For Leno, the worth of a car is measured in miles driven and stories accumulated, not auction estimates. Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren built one of the most refined car collections in the world, the same way he built his fashion empire, through obsessive attention to beauty, proportion, and rarity. His collection of approximately 80 cars is legendary not for its size, but for its quality. Every car is considered a design object as much as a machine, and every single one is maintained in the concours condition. Lauren owns a 1938 Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic, one of only 4 ever built, and arguably the most beautiful automobile ever created. The Atlantic he owns sold at a private transaction believed to exceed $40 million, Some estimates place it at nearly 100 million. It is widely regarded as the most valuable car in the world. He also owns a 1955 Ferrari 410 Sport Spider by Scaglietti, a 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO, one of the most coveted racing cars in history, a 1929 Bentley Blower, and a collection of other pre-war European grand touring cars that reads like the acquisitions list of a world-class automotive museum. Ralph Lauren understands something most people don't. The greatest cars are where form and function reach perfection simultaneously, where an engineer and a coach builder were both at the top of their game at the exact same moment. His collection chases those moments across 100 years of automotive history. His cars have even been exhibited at the Musée des Arts Décoratifs in Paris, the first time any private car collection ever entered that institution. Fashion and machinery, both expressions of the same pursuit of perfect form. Ferdinand Piëch, the legendary chairman of Volkswagen Group, an engineer before he was an executive. His collection wasn't arranged by beauty, it was arranged by significance. A Bugatti Royale, one of only 6 ever built. Rare pre-war Mercedes models. Each car marked a pivotal moment in engineering history. When Piëch passed away in 2019, the automotive world lost one of its most knowledgeable collectors. Behind the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles sits the Vault, a 25,000 square foot underground facility housing over 250 vehicles. Original Batmobiles, one-off prototypes that will never be reproduced. Total value, almost certainly in the billions. Ferruccio Lamborghini, the man who built tractors before he built supercars. His personal collection was legendary in mid-century Italy. But after selling Lamborghini Automobili in 1973, he let it all dissolve, those cars scattering across Europe and North America, resurfacing at auctions decades later. What all these collections share is one truth. These aren't depreciating assets. They are permanent records of human ingenuity. And somewhere right now, a car sitting in climate-controlled silence is worth more than most buildings, just waiting for whoever owns it next.